In my hallways, the living come as the living always come. They come for me, but the curse that holds me is stronger than they are. I am bound for eternity. I am lost forever. Come, living ones. I have not yet forgotten the art of war. The Black Keep dungeon on Conan Exiles is a rather mazy place, and if you're not careful, you can get pretty lost. But once you know what you're doing, it's one of the easier dungeons to run because you don't have to kill the end boss unless you want to make his kind of average weapons, or you wish to remove your bracelet. And he's not too hard to fight really naked with a couple of weapons or arrows. But there have also been a couple of changes with Chapter 2 Age of War to the loot boxes, and some of the traps are now active, which I expected to be implemented years ago in some of these dungeons. But hey, here we are now. Better late than never, I suppose. So I'm going to show you just how easy it is to run the dungeon and get some fancy armor recipes like the Silent Legion. I am wearing the light currently, I'll take that off. But we also have the Redeemed Legion, which you can make if you have a named armor, which there's also a regular Legion variant. It's not too dissimilar. And we have medium as well, and they vary a little bit from what their things are, unlike Dragonbone, where everything is the same. And if I am to be wearing heavy most of the time, this is just spawned in as well, not crafted with an armor. I just put a lightning kit on it because it's rather heavy. But being naked means that you are likely going to feel some more frosty temperatures a bit more, so you are advised to bring some spicy stuff to consume. I today have chosen spicy pork. I'll eat one of those, but I doubt I need to right now. I also have encumbrance stuff because my build is pretty random. It's a little bit fighty, a little bit farmy, a little bit runny aroundy, filming this stuff for you guys. There's at least also 4 legendary key boxes in there, so I've got a couple of keys to show you where those are. But hi, if you're new here, I'm ILLIBET. I play a lot of Conan and a bunch of other survival games. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Now for the formalities, let's get on our way. So right by the Frost Obelisk, there is in fact 2 entrances into the dungeon, but it's always pretty good to touch the obelisks. Dungeon location itself is by the ruins of Zalin, right behind them near the Frost Bridge of the Betrayer, the Frost Bridge. Now there's actually a sorcery spell called Frost Bridge. It's rather confusing. Now there are also a bunch of different boxes around which have some buffed loot and some decorations and things like that in them compared to what they used to have. I don't really ever get any of these boxes around here. So pretty much we run straight up from the obelisk up the stairs. Keep your eye out for any boxes if you're a loot goblin like me, and you might want to get them. Kill some of these guys if you want, or you don't have to. You can just keep running past them. There is a box somewhere around here, I thought. Oh, I know. I know where it is. It's on top of the temple. So if you can be bothered climbing up there. I'm only very cold for the most part. Getting over the bridge itself, if you don't have the Frost Obelisk unlocked, can be kind of tricky. I should be looting some of these guys. I'll drop the crap that I don't want just to see what we end up with, because I haven't really done a full dungeon run. There's little bits of black ice to acquire, and you don't really have to fight anyone. You can literally just run past. And we go in this door. Kill this guy. If I had rolling thrust, it wouldn't use any stamina, which would be nice, but I want some other stats for looting and such. The first entrance is through this door. If we click on it down here, we're going to end up inside, just like so. But there's a second entrance. You say you can't be bothered dealing with all of the skeletons or whatever, and you happen to have some breathing potions, a breathing mask, a riptide spear, javelin, whatever it actually is. Then any of those things will help you come in through the second entrance, just underneath the ice. And about here. You will get some cold. Some extremely cold, and die potentially if you don't eat some spicy. And it is quite far, and I have frostbite, so I'm going to enter into creative mode just so I don't die while showing you. But yeah, do come prepared. There's lots of glowing goop down here if you happen to need that for any reason. Head in through this nostril. You used to be able to build in here, which was pretty crazy and OP. I don't think you can anymore. No, invalid is good. Some PvE servers allow building anywhere, which is nice. And then we swim up. And we're in this little chamber, which you also could build in. The Undergate. And you can't anymore. Which would be kind of cool if you could. But also, yeah, OP. Then we have an alternative entrance in, and we simply run up the stairs on the other side of here to get to the top. And this is where the original entrance has led us. They've added a lot of traps, so we have to be careful for that. I'm going to exit creative mode. My thing's going to freak out a little bit. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is to go through here and hopefully not die. I haven't done this since all the traps naked, so we'll see how I go. So we want to go this way, but we can go down this way now to get a lot of treasure if you like treasure. I'd probably kill these guys if you are getting the treasure, otherwise they'll end up becoming too many of them running around. They're stupid, so whatever. You have a nice loot box with some nice potions in it. I may even eat one of those now because I can. Then we also have the little other pathway and a door. All the doors that look like this can be opened. They could before the update as well, but now they're even more openable. Keep rolling at the wrong time. Feel free to heal. Some more fun loots. There was always a loot box in here, but now there's more. Pretty sure there's a story to read somewhere. I'm probably going to miss like all of the stories. And we head back out. Now from the beginning we go left, trying to avoid traps. You can see them pretty well on the ground before they're coming. Sometimes you'll find boxes up in these bits. And it'll be pretty easy to get a weapon from Mechamosis' Spire if you do want to kill these guys and you don't have any armor like myself. It's not that hard to get a legendary weapon these days. Loot Goblin everything. Yeah, so the traps do mess you up a bit. Glutton for punishment though, like coming through. Just after that trap, there's another door. We'll click on that. Usually we head through this door right here, but we wish to touch the loots as well. No. Usually this dungeon's like 5-minute run through. Okay, so now this pad here is now a bouncy trap. It's going to take us to some boxes up here, and there's also a trap above our heads, which is spiking me. Jump down, touch this one. Oh, I thought there was a box in here. But there is a book. I do not sleep. Somewhere in the distance, there is sobbing and the slow drip of water. The sobbing occasionally stops. The water never does. There were reasons that I came here. I don't recall what they were. I have been here so long, I have forgotten my name. Who am I? What I was. Those are gone. The only thing left in my mind are burning eyes. I do not sleep. I don't think I've ever read like all the stories. Oh, I was meant to hit you, Axie Man. Woo! And a trap because I am making it my mission to hit every single trap. Why not? I don't think these two have anything in them from memory. I think they're just like little fucked up caves. Yeah, nothing in there. So now we can head through the flowery doorway and a trap. Find a box here. Another door. Ooh, lots of stuff. Nothing. These things I thought should have like shot something out of them maybe. When I first done this dungeon, I was so sure that all the traps were going to do stuff and they didn't, and I was like all careful and shit and they didn't have to be. Oh, there's a trap. And another one. Trying to die. This way you bring heals. Oh, okay, so let's not get this trap this time maybe. Box. You can also sometimes find sorcery scrolls. Usually just run past all these guys. I swear they're like so much easier now their HP is down. Ooh, more potions. Let me loot you. If you are able to get here low level, it's pretty worth just like dipping in and grabbing a bunch of this crap now. So many boxes. I keep expecting there to be traps that are going to mess me up because I'm not wearing armor. So this looks deceiving. It might seem we want to go through the light tunnel, but in fact we don't. We just want to go this way. Because we need a key to be able to access a couple of areas. We need to go fetch said key. I do like axes for these type of PvE encounters or being ganked because you get a lot of hit in a lot of direction. Woo! That was laggy of me. Not even the game. Then you get a couple of door choices. You don't want to go through that one yet. We'll save that for a moment. Heal up a little bit if you need to, like myself. More skeletons to kill or avoid, depending on how you feel like doing stuff. Considering they drop pretty fun loot now, they're kind of worth killing, providing you don't die. I did alright. And you can come here in armor if you like. You don't have to run around naked. Ooh, avoid the trap. And there's a box right here in the corner that you touch and you get a key, which you can now access this box here. Box door. Ooh, maybe do a bit of healing. Eat a bandage if you actually like, because you're not in battle, and I probably should have done that. Conserve me potions. All of the traps. Try to avoid them a little bit because there's a lot of loot boxes. Now I'm going to have to go through and drop some loot, which is likely to be happening if you as fast-fingered as myself. I don't need that. So I like to generally travel in heaviest first. I can equip my bearer's backpack and all of that if I need, but just mostly drop the stuff you don't need or don't want. But do note, most of the stuff can be dismantled into steel and other stuff. Even the decorations can be dismantled into a lot of base resources. I ate my potion of numbing and will be on my way. Hopefully it won't get fucked up by the traps. Of course I did. And make your way back out towards that first door and then the second door at the end of this corridor. And instead of heading back down that way, we turn immediately left and click on this door, which we then have the option of going through the door in front of us, going to our right and going to our left. We don't need to go to our right. We'll just go to the door in front of us to start with. There's a bunch of spiders in this room. If you happen to have a Zath knife on you, you can get some skulls and some ichor and things, or a sickle, and you can get a bunch of silk. Real easy to kill. A bit annoying how they knock you around. Okay. Then we run up the end and touch the boxes because we love things. This box here. Oh, mine. I don't think there was any other ones. Oh yeah. One just here. One just here. Boxes everywhere. Two here. Yeah, there's a bunch of boxes at the end. Definitely a worthy room. Could almost make a whole golem, but I'm going to drop it. Once again, head back to your central point so you don't get too lost. In fact, you have to go back anyway because that's not a roundabout way. So again, we're not going down that way. We're going this way. And there's this way and that way. There's 0 point of going either of those ways. I think maybe there's a story down there, but there's no treasure. Couple of skeletons to kill. Head up these stairs. Now you may notice directly behind you there's a little platform there, but we can't climb because we're in a dungeon. So I guess we can maybe double jump there if we have double jump. You would be able to. I got moded over and it's just random building materials anyway, so it'd probably be like iron and other shit. Another story. Footsteps in my hallways. The living come as the living always come. They come for me, but the curse that holds me is stronger than they are. I am bound for eternity. I am lost forever. Come, living ones. I have not yet forgotten the art of war. And then just around this corner, we find the King's Guard himself. You can attempt to fight him, or you can run past him and touch some of the stuff. If you head this way, you'll find a skeleton. The King's Guard himself is quite slow, so he's pretty easy to avoid, but he does do some pretty crazy attacks, which are not that nice. Oh, something's stuck in the ground then. Coming up here, you can find a skeleton key box. And another skeleton key box. And the tablet, you only need to touch one of these tablets. You don't have to touch all of them. So he'll slowly just like wander around trying to get you. While you wander around and get your loot. See, touching that tablet just gives me the same stuff. Another box. And another box. Another tablet that gives us the same stuff. We used to have to touch all of the tablets, and then they changed it. They do that, but that was ages ago, like so many years ago. No more boxes or anything, so you can either fight the King's Guard himself, touch all the tablets just for good measure, or alternatively, you can jump down the hole to get out quickly. I don't even know where he's gone. He just fucked off skis. He doesn't drop anything like a skeleton key or whatever. Oh, there he is. Ooh. But he's not that hard. You just go around and heal and all that. You can even eat some potions that might help you out. Eat my lasting feast to help with my encumbrance. Especially if you have glutton for punishment, this becomes particularly easy because you just run around while you heal in between. You could attempt to roll at a much better time than I did. He's just all over the shop. Wee. So we probably don't get caught in that combo. You can imagine if you actually had armor, how much better it'd be going. Whoa. I like almost dying to that combo. Can't get me here though. Okay, I had enough roll then. He's almost dead. So am I. And he dropped a whole bunch of bullshit, and if you hack him up, you get a whole bunch more bullshit. But I thought I'd show you just to show you. Upon jumping down here, if you go level by level, you'll find a few more things like Sorcerer's Scrolls, and some boxes on some of the ledges. I think over that side was one, so you can make a decision on which one you want. There's you can't climb, you can't get back up. And you see down there's another box, probably another scroll on the other side, or another box over here. Choices of boxes. And again, we can't really get that one. We had to make a choice and jump all the way down into the water. You might remember this place from earlier with the alternative entrance, but while we're here, there's also some boxes under the water with some fancy fish, which you can take home and put in your fridge and then cook up as desired for buffs. We go out this side. Does this open? That doesn't open. Up the stairs. And that's the Black Keep dungeon. In a nutshell. Well, actually, very in-depthly explained. But as you see, very easy to do. Naked with just a couple of supplies and potentially a weapon. But you don't have to fight any of those guys. It really is quite easy to run past them all. If you found this information informative, smash that like button. If you're not already, consider subscribing. It means a bunch. And until next time, I hope you have an excellent day, evening, night, morning, whatever it may be, wherever you may be. Have a good one.